And we're live. Hey, welcome to episode 1 of Dresden Files Season 3. We're on Season 3? Yeah, we're on Season 3. Sweet. Bob's not here yet. He'll saunter on half naked any minute now. But we'd like to start graciously with a content warning, if you'd like to do that for us, Amanda.
The content of this video will most likely offend everybody. Keep watching.
Accurate.
I like that. Short and simple.
It's straightforward and true. And we have a advertisement from someone who are we advertising this week, Aaron?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm big fans of Yeah. Are they good?
Yeah, soda. It comes in 4 different varieties, and I personally prefer the orange.
Hey, how many different odors can be of asses?
Yeah, soda. It'll make you say, yeah, that orange is great.
Hey, it's probably sponsored by Usher.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, right?
He'll be
sponsored
ushering
by
in
Usher.
new flavors.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Stop saying yeah, it's trademarked.
Yeah, it's trademarked. It's how do you spell that? Did you spell that with a J?
Jock.
Exactly.
Yeah, soda.
Yes.
It's good in your mouth.
Not in your hand?
Perfect. And I do believe that Jordan will be recapping.
Yes.
Poor Jordan.
So season 2 ended on quite the cliffhanger. We fought our way through the multiple dreamscapes. We collected the keys. We got to the final point of being able to barter with the god. At which point, Rocco, who'd been planning to screw us over from the start, enacted his evil plan to collect he collected a favor, an open-ended favor from the god. Not before Nerea squeezed in a quick put me back in my body, which is good. I attempted to slaughter him wholesale, at which point he dodged it with the help of the god. And we've all woken up in the night of bad dreams. Unfortunately, some of us woke up in better spots than others. I woke up in the middle of winter, which is good. Nerea woke up next to someone who we all thought was dead, which is bad. That's about where we're at.
Just had to sit by the hospital bed.
Ironically, I'm in Dresden, which during the time of the Night of Nightmares, I should technically also be in the middle of winter because they were deep inside Dresden at the time.
Mm-hmm.
The guy.
Balls deep.
Everyone take a fate point except Brandon. I can't take a fate point, Brandon.
That's me.
Good.
Wordplay.
So we'll start off in Arctis Tour, which is the land of fairy. It's the frozen castle that's run by the Queen of Winter.
Name, I keep thinking of Megabyte.
Megabyte?
Yeah,
Arctis,
Reboot. That's what the name of his Megabyte's tower is.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's been so long since I've watched Reboot.
Oh, that show was great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's Arctis, but it is Tor.
Yeah.
Made in the great province of Ontario. You guys gave a lot of money to make that really good TV show. Thank you.
It's classic.
Yeah, shame they screwed up the follow-up, but yeah, let's go.
Well, I mean,
It
the
had
follow-up
a
didn't
cliffhanger.
exist.
Like, not to get too off topic, but the whole series ended on a cliffhanger with Megabyte coming back and taking over, and then the show just ended.
Yeah, but they had the
came out with
movies.
The Guardian Code, and that was kind of a shitstorm.
Oh, was it?
Mm.
Did
I
not
didn't
care
watch
for it.
Guardian Code. It looked so bad. I was like, there's not a chance I'm going to watch this.
It was pretty bad. They did bring back Megabyte as a main villain, and they did revisit Mainframe. at one
Oh.
point.
Yeah, but Megabyte's more of an anti-hero.
He's
No,
not a hero at all. He's always been the villain.
He's been like the villain.
he's just really suave.
Yeah.
I liked
He wants
Megabyte.
to be.
Yeah, I like to Megabyte as a villain as well.
He was very
he knew what he
intelligent.
was doing.
He was the kind of villain that the good guys could have a chat with.
Yes.
Yes.
And he, in the right circumstances, he'd sit down and talk to them. He'd demean them the whole time, but he'd sit down and talk with them and then let them go.
Can we just have a moment of silence for Tony J?
Who the fuck is Tony J?
The voice of Megabyte?
Oh,
There it is.
Those watching
did he
comment
die?
F below.
Did he die? Did he
Yeah,
fell?
Tony J passed away quite a while ago, actually.
Oh. I
Squishy,
that
shut
older?
up!
I heard a kitten.
Yeah, that's mine.
he's mourning in the song with the song of her people.
Yeah, clearly. All right. Aside from the glorious Canadian TV show that is Reboot, and the multiple voice actors that played Bob, was it Bob the main? Who's the main guy?
Yeah,
Bob was
Bob
a
the
main guy.
Guardian.
Bob the Guardian's two voice
How
actors.
many different actors were voicing Bob?
Two. And
Yeah,
when
they
there was
swapped
the My Two Bobs movie, they got both voice actors in it. But anyway, aside from
Right.
that. So, we are going to start an Arctis tour, and you wake up in a room there. And how's your room fashioned, Jack?
It would be
Pretty chill.
to kind of accentuate my position. It would be pretty bare bones,
Mhm.
like a cot,
Sure.
like a cot, the equivalent of like a sink.
A cot and a sink?
Yeah,
Excellent.
like basically the bare bones you need, almost like a prison cell.
Despite your want for simplicity, Maeve has constantly pushed hands and helpers to make your room more, not esoteric, what would be the term? More illustrious.
That makes
been
sense.
A larger bed that's been put in there. The the room is 24 feet by 24 feet by 10 feet high. Right?
Okay.
And it's like first floor, second floor. You don't have a great view of anything, but anyone who was to come there and see the room of the Winter Rider would think that you had money, you were taken care of. Maeve has no problem dropping off stuffed monsters from the Never Never in your room. Like every other week there's a new horrifying creature that's been put in there that she's somehow dressed up and left for you, right? You never put anything in there apparently, but she feels the need to.
Mhm.
Right? And you've roll a empathy for me. Yes.
Sympathy for the devil. Here we go.
Yeah.
Do I have empathy? I do not. So that is -1.
It's hard to tell why she keeps changing and altering your room, but it's getting to the point of being extremely vexing. Right? You're not sure why she does it, but she keeps doing it. Right? And at this point, it's really up to you. You probably have just come to the terms with the fact of I'm just not going to ask her. I don't know how you feel about it, but she keeps doing it.
Just waking up to another terror every morning.
Yeah, it's not put in a place that's terrifying. But it's not quite a gift either.
Mhm.
Right?
It's a gift in her mind.
Yeah, for whatever reason she's doing it, she changes your dresser. She puts in new veils in your room. She brings new statues and stuffed animals. Not stuffed animals, but taxidermied creatures. Taxidermied creatures.
So
yeah.
would this be one of those every time I wake up the room is different?
Every time you enter every time you're back from a mission, the room is clearly changed.
Okay.
Right? Whether that's a new taxidermied animal, new set of clothing that she's put on your bed for you, whatever the case is. Waking up today, I need an alertness. Roll an alertness for me.
That is 1.
1. You look around and there's candles lit on one of the dressers to the right. There's a big oak dresser that's hand carved. This dresser is one of the first things she brought into your room. She later on brought like a giant mirror and set up a mirror on it, but the candles are new waking up there, and there seems to be something sitting on the dresser near the candles. It's a big long box
before I put my feet on the floor, because I probably fell for this before. I look down to make sure there's nothing just down there waiting.
You look on the floor and you see what looks like an animal skin carpet, and you're trying to put two and two together. Like, how long has this been here? Has this animal skin carpet always been here? But
Is this a carpet?
It's just a carpet, yeah.
All right.
It's large. It's beige. It's too big to be a polar bear. It's something from the Never Never for sure.
Just a waste.
But yeah,
I get up, but it's like it's a waste. Like normally my character would think a waste, but at the same time, he appreciates what his lady has done for him.
Yeah. So the door is closed to your room. You can hear some sort of shuffling outside. The closet has clothing in it. Like I said, none of it you've ever purchased it or like brought here. It's always just clothing she's set for you or had people set for you. And like I said, the dresser has a large box and two candles, one set on either side of the box, sitting there.
I casually kind of go up to the box, look around, just staring at the box.
There's a letter on the box with a crest on it.
I assume it's Winter's Crest?
It is Winter's Crest, yes.
Okay. I'll open up the letter to take a look.
The letter, when you open it, you just crack the seal?
Yeah, I'll crack the seal.
You crack the seal, and the seal kind of turns into snow, and the letter feels very cool to the touch, and it's folded over. If you open it up, there's writing from your lady. Do you care to read it?
Yeah.
It's a very what's that?
It's made of eucalyptus. It's got the nice soothing, cool sensation.
Yeah, it's kind of like touching eucalyptus. Also, there is a bit of magic in the letter, but the writing says, "A gift for you. Do not disappoint me." And the ink is very red and dark.
Oh, this is either good or really bad.
No middle ground.
Is it one of those like lift off the top box, or is it like a clasp and open?
It is a long box. It's about, I guess, 3 feet long, wooden box. It looks to have green inlay just coming up to the edge. Like you can see in the seams of the lips of the box that there's like this very nice green inlay to it.
I open it up to take a look.
I think it's a sword.
You open it up, and inside is a beautifully crafted sword. It's white steel. The handle comes to an ebony handle with the spinning body of a woman, right? So when you grab onto it, you're holding like a woman's body, and it is unmistakably Maeve. Right?
Someone's been reading my Christmas list.
But and it even has like little hard nipples on hers, like her breasts are bare on it. Like where you would hold your thumb, your thumb lands right on her nipples.
Lick me out, let's go swinging.
Oh, this is gonna be awkward explaining.
Do you grab it?
Yes.
As soon as you grab it, its energy flows through your hands into your arms, and you watch as it transforms into your staff.
Oh, well played.
Yeah, and with the flick of a wrist, you can turn it back into a sword.
Now this is a great gift.
That's face.
I cannot wait to just skewer Rocco with this.
What do you make one decision on what you're going to want to do, and then we're going to jump to Neria.
I'm going to get dressed in nice clothing to go and personally thank my lady and ask for a short leave of absence to deal with an issue.
So you're gonna change your clothing, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you gonna kind of like? There's lots of clothes to pick from. Is there any particular look you're going for?
I'm going for business casual.
Okay.
Nice-ish suit, but nothing too overt, like no overcoat or anything, just a vest.
That and an avalanche ball cap?
Yeah.
Perfect. You start going through your stuff, getting ready. Just as soon as you're about ready, you hear the door open at the back of the room as someone walks in. We'll go to Amanda. Amanda! Neria finds herself coming to with a sharp breath, beeping happening around her, tubes and wires. As you realize you're in a hospital bed, people come in and start checking you and like tending to you. There's a lot of hubbub, a lot of action. You're clearly in a hospital of some sort. As all this is going on and you're kind of in a panic, you look to your right, and a bit of a retcon. It's not your cell phone you see, but Daniel's sitting right there, and he smiles and waves. Hey.
Hi.
The nurses begin like, don't move too much. It's going to be okay. You've been out for quite some time. Do you know where you are? And like flashlight in your eyes, checking to see your dilation.
Yes, I know I'm in a hospital. No, I have no clue what one because I know I was out of it when I was brought in. And yes, I know I've been gone for a long time.
Perfect. Roll an alertness for me.
4.
4? Wow, that's really, really good. Daniel looks fairly good in the sense that he doesn't look like battered or torn or hurt or like he's sustained any serious injuries. He's still got his glasses on, and he doesn't look quite like he looked in the dream. He looks slightly heavier, like he's got a little more body weight to him than maybe his mental image of himself was projected. There is like a mass panic going on outside your door. You can see nurses and doctors running around, people coming in with carts. You can hear a woman screaming in the triage. There's someone saying, I don't know how we're going to deal with this. I don't know how they're going to survive. Like just outside the door, one of the nurses closes the door and it mutes it a little bit, but there is like mass panic happening in this hospital right now.
Right. I'm going to ask this to Daniel because I know the nurses are probably not going to answer me. What is happening out there?
It's like you wouldn't believe. I woke up and the news is crazy. Like I was in my apartment and as soon as I went down to get into my car, like I put on the radio, like people are crashing, things are going insane. Like the world is upside down right now.
Any idea what's caused it?
That God? I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Last thing I remember, JP was like trying to fight himself. The world cracked and I woke up. And when I woke up, the world outside's insane. Like, I don't know how to tell you. And like, I came straight here and it was a fight to get in here to find you.
How much longer than you was I out?
It's been about 6 hours.
Okay, so not too much extra time. That's a good thing.
How long has it been since I woke up or got killed by that idiot?
With where we were?
Do you want to roll for like a knowledge of some sort or?
Yeah. Is that going to be scholarship?
Yeah, roll scholarship.
3.
It has been almost 3 days for you since what happened to Daniel.
Okay, so that's what I'll relay to him.
He kind of nods. He's like, Dreamtime's like, it's when all that happened, it was like almost 4 days we were in there, like from going into Rocco's dream and traveling and seeing that guy, like are we time looped? Like it was days we were in there. It's only been like 8 hours, 9 hours.
Yeah, Dreamtime always functions differently.
But seriously, if you want, I can probably grab a wheelchair and we get the fuck out of here because things are getting busy.
We need to get ourselves to the monastery.
Yeah. Do you have a place you live? Like you didn't have ID or anything when they brought you in. They think you're a Jane Doe.
That's okay. Well, let them continue to think that. Yeah, I do. What hospital is this?
He relays what is it? The not the Riverside. Yeah, the Riverside Hospital.
Civic?
The Civic, thank you.
Okay. So I have a place not too far from here. We can stop by long enough for me to actually, grab clothes and my phone.
Do you own the place? Is it a rental? Because it's been like a while since you're in my dreams. Like, do you think the place is still like? Do you think it's been foreclosed? I mean, I'm not saying anything. We can find your landlord and find out what they did with your stuff.
I own the place, and the mortgage comes out of my bank account automatically every month. We should be fine.
Roll resources.
Hey. I like this roll. 5.
5?
Yeah.
You are relatively certain you have enough money in your bank account that your house hasn't necessarily been foreclosed on. It's probably all still there.
Should be with the amount that the monastery would have had to pay me.
Yeah. You're
So-
relatively certain it'll still be there.
Of course she has the money. She's been living her dream life this whole time.
I was beforehand, okay?
Perfect.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. All right, so Daniel goes and grabs a wheelchair. The nurses are asking you questions, and I'm assuming you just kind of shoo them off. Right?
Yeah, I'll give as brief an answer as they'll allow me to give and go away.
Roll
You got more pressing
roll
people
alertness
to
for
attend
me.
to.
I'm diabetic and eat ice cream. Get out of my way.
6.
6? All right, with a 2 you would have heard this. But while Daniel's grabbing the wheelchair, he's talking to some nurses, and he's like, the way he talks to people, sometimes he seems really awkward and like kind of like he's socially inept, but then sometimes he says things to people and it's like their eyes roll into the back of their heads and they don't know what to do, right? And you hear an awkward line where he says, yeah, she's my sister, and the person just kind of accepts that and walks away, and you're like, it's dumbfounding that they would just accept that. But like there's something going on with the way he talks to people. Like whether he knows he's doing it or not, he's clearly doing something.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, there's some shifty fucking Jedi mind trick thing that he does. So yeah, like his power is clearly mind affecting.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
and he brings the wheelchair in and he like offers a hand to help you into it.
You know what? Right now he's an ally. I'm gonna freaking take it.
Yeah, he casually and gently helps you into the chair, and he guides you out, and nobody seems to stop. But it is pandemonium in there. Like one person looks like they gouged out their own eyes.
Oh,
That's gonna make for some really good nightmare material later. Thank you. I'll keep hold of that. Okay.
Yeah. He gets you to the parking lot, and there's an ambulance coming in, and people aren't paying attention. He gets you to the car. He helps you into the front seat. He steals the wheelchair. He just doesn't give a shit. And, like, jumps into the car, and, like, he's driving an old Ford Tempo. But he brings you off, and we will jump to the monastery. Meanwhile, at the monastery... That's Volus, that is Alfred, that's Faye, and that would be Anna.
what about JP?
JP
Is it a trunk?
currently climbing in
Yes.
the trunk of the car.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he's like, well, I cannot stay awake. I've been sleeping for so long. I'm going to go and take a nap. Bonsoir, bon appetit.
Been in the trunk the entire dream sequence.
I will see you later. And he into the back of the truck.
Bella, we need to go on another adventure. I'm going to be in the trunk.
You see a hand reach out and closes the trunk. Because that's how I treat my players.
Well, you know,
All right. What do you 3 want to do?
well, first of all, I guess we all got together. I'm trying. What day is it? Like, how long have we been out?
Like I said, you've been out for about 9-10 hours.
What's it like? It's a pandemonium out here as well.
At the monastery down by Bayshore, at the Taoist monastery there. It's pretty morning. It's like 7, 8 in the morning, and you can hear police sirens. You can see ambulances going by. There's fire trucks. There's a lot going on, and Faye is running around right now, checking in with everybody, making sure everything's okay. He hasn't said much to you other than he feels extremely betrayed by Rocco.
Yes, well, Rocco's gonna get his, but that's neither here nor there right now. I go to one of the monks. What has happened since we have, between the time we fell asleep till now?
There is a older woman who comes to the monastery pretty regularly, a Chinese woman, and she begins explaining that she was listening to the radio this morning, and a bunch of people just straight up got immolated, and they don't know if it's some sort of terrorist attack or a biological weapon. Like, nobody knows what's going on.
Like spontaneous human combustion?
Yeah, like a lot of people, and like a lot of women just like went into birth out of nowhere, and have, like, she said when she woke up to her neighbors screaming, and she had went to talk to them, and they asked her a ride to the hospital, and she dropped them off and came straight here because this is where she was supposed to be, because she always comes to the monastery in the morning at sunrise to do her service. There's like a small group of like white people who come, and she kind of like leads them through all the meditations and stuff, right? Like all like the white people who like to pretend like they're Taoists. Like, she usually takes care of them. And
yeah, because we don't want to deal with the regular riffraff.
Yeah, like she's an old hand at this sort of stuff, but like she grew up in Canada, so she knows the kind of people who like want the experience. So she's always been the one who takes care of them, right? Like all the movements and the meditations and all that stuff. So anyway,
is this the end times?
She
this is the end times.
Is unsure what to say. I don't know if it's the end times, but this is certainly something that's very, very worried. I'm hoping. Well, okay. I did cancel all the people. Anyone who showed up, I told them to just listen to the radio, and the radio that's in the office, I'm just kind of listening to, and it's not good.
So here's a question.
I don't understand that dialect.
We're not from Africa.
Aaron, you see.
Oh fuck! Oh,
I thought I was.
So
just that quick bleep later would be great, Justin.
Yeah. Just add a censored
and edit.
So.
I guess I did say it was gonna offend everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Correctly.
That's true. We did throw that out there.
But usually it's me or Bob, not Brendan.
Yeah. So Volus, Anna, and Alfred, Alfred's kind of talking to this older woman who works at the monastery, and there is a radio playing in Faye's office there, which it's open. You can kind of sort of hear it. But yeah, the woman, she says that they've canceled the service, so told everyone to basically go home. But yeah, if you want to go listen to the radio and hear what's going on, you're more than welcome to it.
Yeah, Anna is definitely gonna go over and listen to the radio.
Listen to the radio.
You are
When she
listening to CBC
AM radio.
Yeah. We're coming to you from XFM, the #1 radio station in the Ottawa Valley area. This is XFM with Muller and the Rush.
Towers Monastery.
Don't bring me hope. Don't give me hope about that station coming back.
XFM.
Come back.
I miss it.
What
a lot.
what is XFM?
It was like the
It was a good station.
alternative rock radio station back in like the
Took over from the Bear.
from the bar with Stuntman Stu.
Do you, Jordan, Justin? I don't think you were still in. I think you were still in Ontario when it happened. But the Bear came back after Virgin bought out the station.
Yes.
Virgin bought the station from XFM and then turned it into Virgin Radio. And then about 2 years later, it turned back into the Bear. They renamed it, rebranded it as the Bear. And at the time, like a lot of people had changed stations because they weren't playing the same music that the Bear did.
Yeah.
But then when they brought the Bear back, they were playing like all the type of music that the Bear did. And one of the first radio spots for the new Bear station was "Welcome back, all of the old listeners, to what you knew and love. We missed you."
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I liked the Bear. I liked XFM. I was really upset when XFM became like a country station. I was like, what the fuck? The last song they played was Johnny Cash Hurt. And I'm not going to lie, it killed me a little bit hearing that. I was like,
Did it hurt a little, Justin?
yeah, it hurt a lot.
It was the only radio station in Ottawa, the very least, Friday nights after 10, they played metal for a solid hour and a half.
I know, I miss it.
And late at night, they would play songs with all the swears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was a completely uncensored. For the first 3 months, it was an uncensored radio station with no ads.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even Shay has gone downhill.
Yeah.
Ever since Doc and Woody left, they've been shit.
Yeah.
We should name the old lady that works at the monastery.
Xinhua?
She's white.
I know a Singwa. She's a
No, she's not. He said
not
that
white.
she was
Or
Chinese.
lady.
She's Chinese. Yep.
And she needs
Okay.
she needs a North American name too, like Susan.
Can't help there. Actually, the Singwa I know, who lives in Markham now, was a cardiologist in China. And when she came here, the only job she could get, because she wasn't able to bring it over or write the tests to do the equivalency, was doing janitorial work for the government.
Oh my god.
It's pretty common, when
That's how Nana met her.
when you get a work permit in Canada, you're not allowed to work in medical and you're not allowed to work with children. That's like one of the stipulations for any work permit coming to Canada, right? So it doesn't matter.
It's
Immediately brings me back to like a Big Bang episode where it's like, in Soviet Russia, I am physicist. In here, I am janitor.
Yep. It's pretty common. When the Kingdom Hall in Ottawa I used to go to, there was Michael, I can't remember what his last name was, but he was a doctor. He was like an actual surgeon, and he was from Egypt, and he was telling me he can't get a job medical here until he finishes his not residency, whatever it's called, his work permit.
Citizenship?
Citizenship, yeah. He's like the whole point of it is they want you to know all the lingo, all the sayings, so when you're talking to people as a doctor, if they say something weird, you know what it means, right?
You know what? I'll tell you the 100% truth about it as well. When I lived in Vancouver, there was this doctor from the UK, and he couldn't practice. He couldn't practice medical. He couldn't have a medical practice because the BC College of Doctors says he wasn't qualified. And I sat there, I'm like, UK and Canada.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so the old woman who works in the monastery, we call her Xinhua, she goes
Seriously? Could we not just give her an English name?
I suggested Susan.
Susan's too lame. I don't like Susan at all.
Annie?
Oh, we have a Karen. It should be Becky.
No. She,
Molly?
if her name is Xinghua, she'd probably go by like Sarah or something. Right?
Sarah works.
Yeah. But like
That, or you could just, they call her She for short.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, so the radio station, which is playing XFM because, Faye has taste in music. Mueller and the Rush. Well, it seems like it's coming in late today. The craziness has been picking up. Oh, I know. It's been crazy. They had 32 accidents just on the Queensway this morning. I know. And we're keeping up with the reports. Call in and tell us now if you've seen anything else this morning. And if anything's going crazy in the Queensway or in the Greater Ottawa area all the way to Orleans, let us know. This is Mueller and the Rush. And it continues on. Nobody, the radio stations you listen to, it doesn't seem to say anything you didn't already...
Justin, I'm going to interrupt.
Yeah.
Take 2 fate points.
From Leo's total.
I probably deserve that. I'm gonna go hang myself now.
That was very extra. Well, I guess the game's over.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in my seat of shame now.
Wait a minute.
Bob's got 5 more minutes to show up before I'm prove you right.
We killed Justin. It worked.
You killed me. Leo just killed a man.
Oh my god, the conversation in the chat came true.
Yep. Press F in the chats.
Was it an aneurysm? No, we convinced him to hang himself.
Yep. Killed a man. There it is. Fuck, look at that. Sweet. All right. So, after that horrifying defeat I just took, you listen to the radio station for a bit, and most of the news updates, when they actually get to the news segment, seem to relate to a bunch of people being brought to the hospitals. The hospitals are overloaded right now. There's been a bunch of crashes. And there's, if there's any information, like a person calls in at one point into the radio station. You listen to it for about 30 minutes. And the call into the radio station was that he was down at Parliament and they thought they saw like an active shooter near Parliament. And then there was a car accident and someone crashed into the what's it called? The water, the fountain, and that Harper is currently safe and nobody knows what's going on, but like a lot of people are missing.
Who's the most scholarly monk in the monastery? Would I know? Like the one who's most knowledgeable about like world history and things like that.
For world history, well, like
religious.
We killed
history.
him off like last year, I guess, game time.
Yeah, the original head of the monastery would have been that guy, but right now the one who's taken over very much is Faye, and you're an older man with a lot of worldly experience, right? Like Faye has been like leaning
but
on advice.
I'm not saying like world experience, but I mean like scholarly, like read up a lot of books and know like the world history because they've studied a lot about it and read about a lot about gods and what happens when they come back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, roll a lore for me.
I'm also pretty good at that stuff.
Yeah.
Aaron, what do you know?
Yeah.
You're
Actually, that's a good point. I look over at Anna and say, Anna, do you remember the last time a god came back and what happened?
Roll lore.
Will do. 6.
Anna, look him dead straight in the eye and go, I've come back a couple times.
Anna?
I got a 6.
Yeah. Do you want to look him straight in the eyes and tell him you've come back a couple of times?
How many times did God come back? At least 3 for me.
Which one?
Yeah, which one is a good question. So with a 6, that's actually an extremely high roll. So prior to answer Leo, like Lin Shu was the like guy who died, right? but Anna, him asking about a god dying, like obviously the story of like Jesus dying and coming back to life, Odin dying and coming back to life. Like Odin sacrificed himself to himself, right? Like there's a lot of like birth and renewal legends historically, but like not a lot of the gods are pretty much death proof, right? Like anytime someone thinks a god is dead, they're never really actually dead, right?
Normally, they're just imprisoned.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but so I'm going to talk. But we just released. Okay, I guess that would be the wrong word. We just released a god that has probably been trapped for a couple of centuries.
and that jives with you, Anna. Like him being trapped for centuries is kind of like the Titans being put into like Tartarus and stuff like that in Greek
Exactly what
mythology.
I was just thinking.
Yeah,
Historically, the Titans didn't take it very well. Zeus
No.
didn't take it very well.
yeah. Gods don't take well to being like trapped. So
So
Do
how
I
much
feel
of this?
like what is going on right now is a direct result of Kahone getting out?
like kind of meta, it'd be kind of hard to tell. From that aspect, the other side of meta is like this is caused by like the events of Chichen Itza with the Red King being killed. But like right now, looking at this, like there's it's hearing the radio, all the chaos going on, and everything you just went through. It's kind of hard to think it's not somehow related.
You would also know that Rocco hated the Red Court.
Yeah, but you have no idea it's Red Court related yet.
But
True.
But with if it was Kahone, it would only just be starting to happen. It's been happening for hours at least.
All night.
So
Yeah.
It could not have been him because he's been using all of his power just to communicate with us in the dream world.
True.
And like Neria would know that like as Daniel said, it's been going on for hours. Like he's been awake for a long time, and from the moment he woke up, it's been crazy.
But that being said, he could because of what's happening could have weakened the bonds that were holding him enough for him to reach out to us. That's why we were stuck in the dreamscape. That's why he was able to pull us in, because of all the psychic energy that was all the magical energy and all the psychic energy that went through the world because of what happened in Chichen Itza. That's what weakened his bonds enough for him to do what he did and bring us together.
Roll a lore, Volus.
That was a sound.
0.
You are aware 0 is a mediocre. At the beginning of the dream, the pulling of everyone together and all this, like when you talk to the god, and with what Jack said, there was him pulling himself from one place to the other. So there's a lot of weirdness going on. You're not sure yet, but you feel like you're onto something with like Volus is like there's something bigger going on that caused him to be like somehow free in summoning us. All right, you three want to pick something to do before we jump back to Jack?
Actually, Anna is going to pull out her journal and she needs to start writing some stuff down.
Okay, you pull that out, start writing some stuff down.
So she's like sitting by where the radio is, listening to the radio while she's like furiously writing down really quickly, trying to get as much information down as she can.
Volus, what do you want to do?
Volus is going to go for his morning pee, and then when he finds something to eat, he's going to call head office to let them know what happened to him. And see if there's any connection.
Okay. You get to making your phone call. And
did I go pee first?
You go for a long stream of a piss. You water the plants in a mighty fashion.
Very important.
You wipe your hands. You make the phone call. And
wait.
Does
he wipe his hands or does he wash his hands?
He's
One's an
outside.
animal.
I'm a Viking.
two shakes and a...
Ew.
Vikings were very sanitary. Thank you very much.
You know what?
Yeah, he is very sanitary.
You know, from across the field, I go Volus and I chuck you some hand sanitizer. It just magically materializes.
The hell is this?
Roll a athletics, Volus.
Hand sanitizer wasn't all that easy to find back then.
Sure it was. The SARS already happened in 2010.
Yeah, this is 2016, almost 2017.
Yeah.
Athletics?
Yeah.
I don't have athletics. So 2.
Yeah. You catch the hand sanitizer just as you think it's about to ding you in the head. Anyway, upon
Like
call,
alcohol.
you go to call Byron from the Monarch contact, and when you call, you get dial tone. Like it's like you're on hold. You're like it's beep 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 beep, and then it hangs up.
That's not good.
Yeah.
It's like really not good.
Yeah. And Leo was going to do a thing, but he disappeared. All right.
Can I take this time to put an aside in here?
Yes.
I know you said that gods typically don't take well to being trapped. Who do you know does?
Dogs.
What?
Dogs are totally fine with being trapped for 8 hours a day. We've all conspired together to trap these creatures and hold them hostage.
They don't
Cats
like
hate
it, though.
Cats hate it. Dogs are so happy when they see you. They're like, he's back!
Judging by his decisions, Jack doesn't seem to mind either.
Yeah, it's clearly trapped.
But you did say dogs were okay with it, and he is kind of a bitch for winter.
Accurate.
He's also not usually trapped in one place.
So,
You don't have to be locked in one place to be trapped.
That's true, but we were talking about being locked in one place.
Fair enough.
So Jack, in Arctis Tour, you hear the door open up behind you to your room.
And he gets all excited. He's back! He's back!
I'll full power just out of reflex.
You hear the sultry voice of Maeve going, "Oh, my little pet. So pleased to see you're awake. Much has happened in the last 8 hours.
Wiggle your butt a little bit, Jack.
Did you find my gift?" she says as she slinks her way towards your bed, putting a hand on it, wearing tight leathers, long flowing white hair, her eyes sparkling with the light and glinter of winter.
Yes, I do. Thank you, my queen.
So, we might have an issue that requires your... And she walks up and puts her hand on your chest. Particular set of skills. You see, the humans seem to be in disarray. And it would be... And she kind of looks up at you and say, to our advantage to have someone out there, an ambassador.
In what, I think I'm trying to remember the word.
Capacity.
Yeah, in what capacity would you wish me to be an ambassador?
Summer is trying very hard to unbalance the scales. She turns around and goes and lays on your bed, and I will have my part of any power that Summer deems that they should. We will not allow them to have this or unseat us, or split or divide our powers in any way. You see, while Tatiana and Mab fight with their knights in the Americas, there seems to be a god that has placed himself, and Winter will have their share and make sure that he does not take our position. You see the door iced over and the walls becoming more glacial.
Yeah, she's pissed.
Yeah. You see, my rider, so long as he's there, up in the cold, wintry north, he will be making his acolytes and choosing new powerful people, and I do not wish to be sharing the position of the Winter Lady with anyone. It is my mantle, and I will hold on to it and not share it with anyone.
So here's a meta question. I know I've asked this a couple of times.
Yeah.
You are bound to Mab or Mob?
Maeve.
Maeve. And Mob is the queen of winter, right?
Yes.
Maeve is the winter lady.
So she is above Mob.
No, Maeve is.
Maeve
So
is
Maeve. Maeve. Then there's a bunch of like Oberyn and like all these other people with like quite a lot of power. And then there's in the winter sphere, there's a bunch of like winter gods, but like Mab has quite a lot of power and a lot of control over winter, right?
But
and there's
she's
a lot
not
of
the top in the
Mab,
hierarchy.
M-A-B, Mab. She's pretty top. Like it's her.
No, I mean
there's Odin. There's like all these like winter gods that are like very powerful.
I mean Jordan. Who's Jordan tied to?
So
in my hierarchy, yeah, there's
three
the
queens.
three.
Yeah.
There's three queens. Mab is the top queen.
Mhm.
She's not the most powerful if you consider the old lady.
Mhm.
What's her title? The winter.
So, Frau Winter. It's
Yeah.
something like that.
She's like she was Mab in Mab's position thousands
she
of
had
years ago.
Mab's mantle
Now
back
she's
in the
like
day.
a little old lady living in the woods.
Mhm.
But she is considerably more powerful than Mab, but she doesn't have an active role in leading anymore. Mab is the leader of the like Winter Fae.
Yeah.
Right.
He is the highest station in Winter Fae.
It's kind of like the whole crone lady maiden thing.
Yeah, and then Maeve is like the princess in waiting. She's the next one to take the throne as the queen of winter when Mab retires or dies or whatever.
Yeah. And the Mab has a knight, a human knight that she sends out to go do stuff, right? And right now, I do believe her knight's Roland, who's being like he didn't listen to her and he failed, and he's currently being like held as a hostage, and like they're torturing him right now.
No. If this is the night of bad dreams, then Dresden is the knight.
Yeah, he just became the knight. But you may be aware that the knight mantle has changed because he's killed that guy now.
Yeah.
Right. So, but that's the thing is like that's happening, and so meanwhile, while this is going on up in the cold white north of Canada, there's like this new god that just showed up, and all this shit's happening, right? And that's your guys' sphere right now,
right?
So Mav, the Winter Lady, she has a rider, right? She has a person, a human that she can send off to do things, right? So he's not as powerful as the knight, but he's still fairly powerful.
Okay.
Right. So that's Jordan's character has been deemed the rider for the Winter Lady.
Okay. Makes sense now.
Yeah. So nobody knows she has this, that she's taken this power, that she's made a human into this position. Right.
Interesting.
So, like, kind of, like I said, you kind of be meta again, but like, Jordan's kind of a secret, like, agent.
Secret agent, man.
Yeah, he's currently a secret agent for Winter, basically.
Oh, Jordan.
If that makes sense, Jordan?
Yes.
Yeah. Doing essentially wet work for Maeve.
Yeah. So anyway, she's, like I said, she's currently very vexed at the idea of a new god and a new power that may have to be split off with her somehow. So, as she kind of rolls around in her bed, in your bed, she kind of goes on and says that I need you to go and make sure that any of his acolytes do not see the light of day. I do not wish for any of his acolytes to gain any power.
That was the plan anyway.
You're in trouble.
All right. On that note, I'm not sure of all the dealings of Winter, and I would not presume to, venture too far into it. But there's a human from the Ottawa named Rocco.
Mm-hmm. She says,
do we have any standing bargains which would be put into disarray with his death?
She kind of waves her hand and not icicles, but snow kind of appears. The room is getting uncomfortably cold even for you.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, he is working with Vandrin, as far as I know. And their deals are tentative at best. I believe Vandrin has been pushing his little agents up north, trying to secure his ground. What is your want and dealings with this one?
He's made a deal with this new god.
Oh, has he? That's
I'm
thrilling.
not sure the extent, but there's an open debt.
Oh. A promise.
I attempted to thwart it, but the god at the time stopped me.
Oh, you seem to know way more about this than I thought, my pet. Tell me, have you been suffering through them for me?
I've not been idle while dreaming, I guess you could say.
And do you still love me in your dreams?
Always. I couldn't see my heart anywhere else.
Do you dream of anyone but me?
Maybe we should give
Should we leave the room? Would you like me to leave this conversation? I can join back in 5 minutes. I'll set a timer.
Her eyes are green with envy, and she does not seem very impressed.
Yeah, I'm treading a fine line. So, in essence, your orders are to destroy the agents of this new god.
Do not let him take a foothold. She puts her feet down on the shag carpet on the ground. Her toes crisp, cold, leaving little flakes of ice as she steps. She goes to the door, and it all kind of turns back into snow, and she pokes it, and it all turns into a big opening, opening her way out of your room. Since you're so familiar with them, take my gift and use it. You have contacts where you're from. Make sure that they know which side they're on.
All right. I'll give the most, even though she's probably not paying attention when she leaves, I'll give her the bow.
Yeah. And you find yourself standing in a very slowly warming room. Probably at a temperature of cold that a human would not survive. But since your blessing of winter has made you stronger than any normal human, you stand there with a feeling of dread for what she just asked you.
I gotta try and convince some people of some stuff.
You can ask your friends. That's what we're here for, to help you. We might laugh in your face.
As a meta thing, that's the first thing in his mind. Like, I gotta try and convince these fuckers to let me kill these people.
Yeah, like she's basically like, go kill anyone connected to this god. And
because I know Anna's a bleeding heart. I know you're kind of like partial to some people that I was already planning to kill. So it's gonna be fun.
Under the circumstances, I'm indifferent.
After getting geared up, then Jack would definitely go and open a way to Ottawa.
Yeah,
I'm not an altruistic paladin in this game. If I need to kill people, I will.
I mean, to be fair. Perfect. Thank you. I was waiting for that. I'm more than willing to go bloodlust at any time and just go slicey happy.
Yeah.
Just snap your finger. That's all it takes.
As a holy weapon, doesn't the Green Destiny frown upon massacring?
The Green Destiny is not a holy weapon. It's a magical weapon. They're two different things.
Wouldn't it depend on the purpose of it anyways? The purpose of the massacre?
Yeah, Lee Moonbai in the Crane Iron trilogy killed a lot of fucking people.
He did.
Pentology is 5 books, but yeah, he killed a lot of people.
Too bad you couldn't get the Youngling Killer 5000 from Anakin.
He's like, this dagger has so much evil and darkness in it. Oh, it's so crazy. Excuse me as I pull out the Youngling Killer 5000.
It was your father's saber.
I see no lightsaber.
Imagine if
This
Luke was
is a
considerably
psionic
more sensitive
spirit
when he
blade.
picked up that lightsaber and he just like went into a coma from all the death that it caused when he first picked it up.
Yeah.
on
Okay.
Tatooine.
So remember, Justin, in this game we can't call the lightsaber because that's trademark. It's a generic beam weapon.
No,
Yeah,
it's a
it's-
psionic spirit blade.
Oh yeah, also good. So
Plasma sword.
where are you showing up in Ottawa?
Well, I have a rough idea where I know they're going to congregate,
So you're gonna head to the
but
Monster?
in this situation, I know that I need to try and grease the wheels, so I'm going to go to Tim Hortons nearby there.
Make a fate point. All right, you go to Tim Hortons and get the
Coffee
worst.
convinces everybody.
All the orders incorrect at the Tim Hortons. Meanwhile, Neria, you are with Daniel driving. Daniel is driving. You're heading to your place.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to talk with him about anything before you get to your place?
How's tricks?
Essentially, I'll be asking him to turn on the radio to see if we can find out more about what's going on.
Muller and the Rush coming to you. No. And anyway, he changes the station. He's a country guy. He likes country. So.
Yeah, I can live with
Why?
that.
105.
I grew up.
God,
in
I need another reason to hate him.
Down, down to a burning ring of fire.
Yeah.
No, is that what's playing?
Yeah, that was
No,
well
no,
done.
no, it's you
It's
and
called Taco
me
Bell.
going fishing in the dark, light on a.
That's a good song, okay? Like I said,
Perfect.
Or we can just start with Sweet Caroline.
Horse,
Bum,
ride
bum,
a cowboy.
Pick up trucks. My dog died. My dog America.
what was it my dad said? With e-cars coming up, it's not going to be long before there's a country song about a guy who had his car leave him for somebody else.
Yeah. Guarantee it. So,
Beautiful.
you get to listening to the radio. You drive by a couple of accidents. It's first thing in the morning. It's not too snowy, like even though it's November 1st, and realistically, it takes about 10-15 minutes, almost half an hour to get to your place. And when you get there, keys under the mat at the front where you left it, and you get in without any issue. Describe your place.
Not a whole lot to describe. It's
Dreamy.
yeah, it's dreamy. Just like everything else about my character. The main living area is set up kind of simply, but definitely comfortably. There's, well, bees everywhere.
Nice.
She does have TV, couches. It's not. Yeah, I don't really know.
An ironic dream catcher about the TV just for fun.
I don't know. You don't put it above the TV. It's above the bed and over the windows. Not that it does much good when I'm in control of them.
Oddly enough, you have a CPAP machine.
Yeah, exactly. Have a hard time sleeping. I snore loudly.
Listen, man, that thing has saved my life.
I have no doubt of it.
I haven't
At
used
least
mine.
you don't have an APAP machine, okay?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, don't be Nana. It's relatively simply furnished because it's mostly her, and when she's not working in her studio area, she spends a lot of time reading. She doesn't have that many friends, so
describe your studio area for me.
big open space. It's got work benches. There's still a half finished marble stone statue standing in the middle.
Nice.
She's got work tools everywhere, but mostly big open spaces. There's areas on the wall and on the different benches around for where a whole pile of different tools are situated.
Yeah. Roll in athletics for me.
Five.
5. You're having a hard time walking, having been infirmed for so long. I wouldn't consider yourself atrophied, but regardless of that,
Stiff.
walking up the stairs, getting into your place, turning door handles, there's definitely a weakness in your hands that is obvious from being infirmed, and your ass hurts like you wouldn't believe. Like you've just been laying on your back and rolled from side to side like the nurses move you around, but like just being laying in a bed for this long, like you definitely feel it. Yeah, even there's the soreness in your neck, a stiffness in your neck that you weren't expecting when you woke up.
Well, to be fair, she was out for quite a long time. So yeah, it's going to take a bit and a lot of movement to get all that back.
Daniel is a little obtuse to the fact that you're in pain, and despite helping you with the wheelchair and everything, he's doesn't seem to be very like understanding of what you would actually need. Right?
That's okay. And I'm okay with that for several reasons, including the fact that I don't want him to attempt to help me change.
Yeah, he
Thank
like,
you very much.
And a person who would understand physio would be very much more aware that you might fall over. He just doesn't seem to notice or care.
That's fine.
Yeah. So like once you get in, he's just kind of like looking around at your stuff, and he's talking about the statue and whatnot, and what you're designing, and asking like questions. And he's kind of just left you to your devices to walk around your house. Like you're here, you're fine. Is kind of how he's acting, right?
I'm okay with that. I'm gonna let him stay that way because we're allies right now. And I know he's learned about me, but that doesn't mean I want to embrace him as a friend or an overt helper either. So
yeah, like his level of like concern might be just because lack of concern might be just because he's inept, but it's also like I get it. Like you're like you're not a physiotherapist. Don't touch me.
yeah.
So anyway, what do you want to do at your place?
Get dressed. Out of the hospital gown into some actual comfy clothes.
Yeah, he starts going through your fridge, and you can hear him going through your fridge, and he's just like, yeah, I figured half the shit in here would probably be wrecked. And he's just like, some of this shit's growing life and sending out signals.
Do me a favor, chuck it, please.
Yeah. Yep. And you can hear him kind of like rummaging through. He's like, your garbage is also developing life. I'll get rid of that.
Thank you.
And like it's really dusty in there. Like there's smells coming from various locations. From like the bathroom looks like there was a pipe break in the bathroom at some point, and like there's like water damage in your roof, in the bathroom ceiling.
I'll hire somebody to fix it later.
Yeah.
I'm a little more concerned with the world ending right now.
Yeah.
Or the potential for it to happen.
There is roll an alertness for me.
3.
Everything kind of goes quiet for a second from Daniel. For about the next minute or so, as you're like cleaning up, everything just kind of goes quiet. You get changed, and you said a 3? As you're getting changed and kind of slowly working your way through the clothing and trying not to hurt yourself any worse, kind of sitting in your bed, you notice that there are footprints in your place that look like they've been within a day. Someone's walked through your house. And in fact,
somebody was able to get in the first place.
Yeah. In fact, you start to develop an uneasy feeling. Sun's out. You don't hear Daniel anymore. Everything's gone quiet.
What's the closest object to me? Either left or right. I don't care what it is.
You're in your room? Probably an alarm clock that you spent way too much money on.
Great. That's now become a weapon in my hand as I continue to attempt to look around.
Way too much, way too much potential for that answer.
What's that, Brandon?
Way too much potential.
Yeah.
Head out of the gutter, Brandon.
Those would not be out in the open, honey. They'll be inside a drawer somewhere.
This long, made of rubber. Remove your teeth if you swing it.
I mean, there's probably a rail spike under the bed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's your room.
Fair point. I still have 2, and they're still relatively close to my nightstand.
Yeah. So, regardless of that, you have a very large alarm clock that you've unplugged and you're holding that you can like bludgeon someone with. What do you want to do?
Seeing the footprints, can I make another just kind of like look around, like a closer look?
The thinking man alarm clock from Ace Attorney.
Yeah, you do. 1 second. The voices in my head go round and round, round and round, round and round. The voices in my head go round and round. And I could have swore I got this out already.
If you don't punch someone with that alarm clock and then say, look at the time.
It's about time to get out of here.
Well, see, depending on whether it breaks or goes flying from my hand, preferably flying from my hand, I was thinking of doing a time flies, but...
Oh, that's good. That's good. Friends, I had the actual paper for, like, character, for, like, skills, and it just fucking disappeared on me. I was like, where are all my skill sheets? Where's
It's
all...
third from the bottom.
Third from the bottom? It was the bottom.
I challenge everyone to at a moment, if you're gonna make some kind of a punny, quick-witted remark when doing something, like in this potential case, swinging around and hitting someone with a clock, come up with the like worst line you could think of, like "It's morphin' time!" and hit someone with a clock.
So, the footsteps, you got a 3. They don't look very large. They're almost childlike in size. And they were in your room. They've come in and out of your room a couple of times. Where is your place located?
I was thinking of having it, what's the name of the place?
In the north end or south end of the city?
No, it's not far from Bayshore, but it's not Core Village either. It's on
Meadowlands?
Meadowlands?
Yeah, Meadowlands works.
Yeah, some of those like older houses that were built in the 50s, between
Yeah.
the 50s and 80s. Okay, yeah. All right. So you want to follow the footprints? You want to do anything with that?
First, I want to have a closer look around. I want to see exactly where the footprints lead, because if they're coming into the room, they have to be going to a certain spot or at least looking for something.
Well, Goldilocks, it looks like someone's been sleeping in your bed.
Ew.
Okay.
All right. They go out of the room and back towards the kitchen.
I'm going to see what I can find to follow footprints around.
Roll survival.
Or,
4?
yeah.
You begin kind of following the footprints to kind of see where the freshest ones are. The person walks gingerly, very like they don't drag their feet or heels at all. And as you get to opening the door into where the hallway is leading towards your kitchen, now that you're aware, you wonder how you didn't see them the first time. Maybe it was how discomforted you were. Maybe it was just spending time with Daniel. You just wanted to get away from him for a minute. But the footprints do go into the bathroom as well. And you don't... The fridge is just wide open and Daniel's not there. And as you start walking, you can hear someone talking, what sounds like a young man talking to what is obviously Daniel. And Daniel's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know how you got in. And the other guy's like, well, I've been here for a while. You see, it's kind of important. There's been a lot going on in the city. And he's just like, yeah, but who are you to her? Why are you in her house? Right? So as you like start coming closer and closer around the corner, you see what looks like a clean-shaven man, almost beautiful in his youth, blonde, long blonde hair, and what looks like a bit of a silver breastplate. He has a very thin sword on his hip. And Daniel looks like he's trying to like control this person. Like he keeps like doing like this head nod thing that you saw him do earlier. And the other man's just like, it's my job. I just have to. You see, there's a lot of these people in this area. And you can kind of see that Daniel's like really unnerved and doesn't have a sword. And like he's like almost ready to like scrap with this guy.
Right.
And,
I am going to
want to stealth in? Do you want to?
But I am hiding the alarm clock behind my back.
Do you want to stealth in to not be seen? Do you want to like just introduce yourself? What do you want to do?
I want to stealth him until Daniel gets almost to his breaking point.
All right, roll a stealth for me.
Would have been better off with the iron.
7.
A 7. Wow, you've been rolling really good tonight. With a 7.
See, I have 3 sets of dice. I tend to roll them beforehand, and whichever one's rolling the best is the one that gets used that night.
So Daniel seems to not notice you, and the man, he's kind of got his back sort of like not directly towards you, but like he's kind of positioned so like if he wanted to look down the hallway he could, but he doesn't notice you. And Daniel says, "But why are you here? Why do you want her, man? Like, what do you want with this place?" And he goes, "Oh, she's like, from what I understand, some sort of like dreamwalker. There's a lot of people involved with a lot of like really messed up stuff here, and I've kind of been sent to like kind of make sort of an impression, if you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, this place was pretty much vacant, so I thought, yeah, why not? I'll just use it. But yeah, it's kind of hard to get anyone else to help with it." And Danny's like, "I think you should leave, dude. This isn't your place. You don't live here. Go away." And the guy's like, "No, I kind of live here. I've been here for a while."
Get the fuck out of my house now!
He turns and he goes, "I'm sorry. There was no one here, and there hadn't been for a long time."
That doesn't mean you get to break in and use it. There is a reason I wasn't here. Get out.
He says, "I've been sent by very powerful people to maintain..." That's a 6. I would need you to roll more than likely a presence, because this young man, when he says "I've been sent," there's an overwhelming warm wash that comes over you when he says that, as if there's like some sort of holy or powerful backing to him.
Oh yay!
Roll a presence.
I like presence. It and stealth are among my top.
What'd you get?
7.
7? Nice. He will use a fate point to match that, so you break even at that. But it's still obvious that there's something more going on. And he says, "My lady has sent me here, and you have a bit of an aura. I get that. And what are you exactly? Your friend here." And he's like, "Listen, we're not exactly friends. We don't need you." And
It doesn't matter. I don't care who you've been sent by. It doesn't give you an excuse to break into my house.
Get his name.
Have this conversation. We will be having it outside. Get out.
And you, for just a minute, feel almost a threshold sort of building in your house, and almost a wash forward and back. And he kind of starts walking towards the door, and he's like, "Listen, I didn't want to bother anyone." And Daniel's like, "Go, dude. You're not welcome here." Right? And he's just like, all right. And he walks towards the door, and he's just like, "But if you need anything, I'll be around." And he grabs the door and begins to walk out.
I did say we could have this conversation outside. You want to step outside? I will step outside with you and talk.
He turns and kind of smiles, a very kind of rakish smile. And Daniel's like, "Dude, door, go."
I'm actually going to turn to Daniel, give him a hug, and say thank you.
Yeah. He's just he puts one hand on his shoulder and never looks away from this guy, and he's like, the fuck is that guy? What is he, like a pirate or something? He's dressed like a rogue. Like a
Who's in
it's
your
like,
house?
like he's got one hand on your shoulder and he's like,
Fix
huh?
the plumbing.
Yeah,
What?
he's here to fix the situation.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
He should fix the problems with your apartment.
He's fixing the lay pipe. That's what he's doing.
He should fix things.
So he goes outside. Do you want to like follow him? He's just walking away. Clearly the threshold worked now that you're home.
It's perfect. Once he steps outside, I will step outside with him. I'm going to leave the door open so I can bolt if I need to. And I'm still holding the alarm clock behind my back.
Yeah. He says, listen, I don't really know anyone here, and this is sort of a secret mission. Are you guys familiar with the fairy courts? Daniel's like, dude, I've been through way too much in the past 24 hours to start hearing weird shit from you, dude. Like, this is getting...
Are you a fae or just related to them?
He goes, well, I'm kind of a changeling. Well, it's kind of a long story. My name's Fix. And there's been some really messed up stuff that's been happening in this area. And Daniel goes, oh.
I do get that. What do you want with me?
Much like the current situation in my bathroom. No shit.
He goes, all right, I'm going to lay this out in exquisite detail, and I need you just to not be upset at me. And then we're going to jump to you three. What are you guys doing?
Bash his brains in.
Until otherwise told that we need to actually do something. Like she's focused on that journal.
It's about that time that a frosty wizard shows up with a Tim Hortons order.
Just a big dozen of donuts being like, hi.
Dude, I asked you for McDonald's. That better at least be Tim's black roast or dark
These are
roast.
old-fashioned plain donuts.
No, there's
Fuck off.
coffee. You don't go to Tim's, don't get coffee. I mean, just because it's crap coffee doesn't mean you don't come with coffee.
I
Okay,
asked
fuck
for
this.
Steve
And I
Tea.
dropped them. Just straight up throws them to the ground. Like, fuck this. You try to be nice.
I asked for steep tea, and you left the bag in. You monster!
If you can't even run a simple errand, like seriously, man.
What is going
Is this
on?
fucking cream?
It's about that
You-
time.
you know
and
what?
You hear people yelling in the courtyard.
Yeah.
She sticks her head out and she's like, what is going on?
You know what? Looking at the other two, he's going to walk past with his dozen donuts, go over to Anna, open up, and go like, you want some donuts?
I'd pour this on you, but it's cold.
And she'll just take a donut and just stick it in her mouth.
And he turns back to the other
It's
two,
the most stale
shows them
donut
the
you've
open
ever
box, and
had.
then dumps that shit.
And why the fuck is my rim already pre-rolled?
Who's rolling up these goddamn rims?
After he gives Anna donuts, he just straight up looks at the other two, shows them the thing, dumps it on the ground. Fuck you guys.
Take
Yeah,
a-
they were probably stale
Take a
knowing
fake
you.
point, Jordan.
Well, at least I won a camper. Win a bagel? Fuck!
You're all the like spilled coffees checking the rolls. Is that what you're doing, Volus?
Hey, look, I won a free coffee. Maybe it'll be good this time, and the order will be correct.
You hear Faye come over. He walks over with what's her name, Xinghua, and both of them are like, "Can you please not make the situation worse?" And Faye's like, "I would appreciate it if you did not make it any worse than it is."
Any worse? I thought these were old-fashioned plain. No, it turns out they're old-fashioned glaze. Somebody licked the glaze off them.
Take a fate point. I hate you.
They seem fine to me.
Jordan, you were compelled to tell him you licked the glaze, and he can go fuck himself.
Deadlock eyes with Volus and just go, it was me.
Look,
They called
everybody
it
goes to
frosting.
Tim's and gets a double-double.
Frosting.
Why couldn't you just get a double-double for everyone? Was it that hard?
So when Faye walks up,
Take a fate
immediately
point,
like
Jordan, by the way. Thank you.
another one.
Yeah, for the
Oh
compel.
yeah, because I got compelled. Oh shit.
That shit's just funny.
I was just
so
like,
when-
they seem okay to me.
when Faye walks up, it's like my head darts at him, and I'm giving him that death stare. That if there wasn't a non-combatant next to him, I'd kill him.
Why would you kill Faye?
I need
He's a
you to
good gun.
roll presence versus his presence, because when you look at him, he changes his like stance completely. It is anything but non-threatening what he just did.
4.
4? Yeah, there's he got a 4 as well actually, and I'm gonna.
Then
add,
I'll use one of my things to bump mine up to a 6.
Hey, do I see this? Do I see this?
Yeah, you see face.
Okay, I step right between them. Guys,
Yeah.
calm down.
So that would be if you. So Faye goes up to a 6 as well. With that, and with Leo there, that would actually add a 2. That brings it to not Leo, Alfred. So that's an 8. You now have 2 of the monks standing at you. Were you giving them a death stare? They're just
No.
like there's very much a bring it moment going on right now.
No. I'm trying to calm the situation down. They're both friends, even though Jack can't order a fucking coffee correctly. We're still friends.
Roll a presence, Alfred.
I got a 1.
1. Alfred walks over and, in an attempt to de-escalate it, reaches to his hip and looks like he's about to draw his sword. It doesn't look like a de-escalation at all. It looks like what Alfred thinks is like, listen, buddy. It looks like like this doesn't-
Anna is going to look at all of this and go, would you fucking stop it? And I'm going to use don't fuck with the white mage.
Nice. Right. So that would actually add to Faye for social, which would bring him to a 10 then. So
I could just picture Anna just going up to them with the coffee.
yes.
Knock it off.
So right now, social would be at a 6 stress, Jordan. Social. 4 stress social. No, 4, yeah.
So wait, Faye used the fate point as well?
Faye used the fate point. Leo's thing, Alfred didn't help, but then Anna walking over and using her aspect did help. So now there's very much your friends are telling you to calm down, and socially it is like, okay, I am overreacting, but that is
basically one of those situations of like I look over at the old lady who's not a part of this, and knowing that I'm not supposed to, I don't want this to spill out at the moment because I'm here on an official capacity. I'll temper my rage.
You'll temper?
And she nods at you for doing that and goes, "Thank you. Now I'm gonna go get a mop," and she walks away. So everything's kind of down. You, like I said, Jordan, for that interaction, it ended with a stress of 4 on your social.
Okay.
Can you take a stress of 4?
Oh yeah.
Okay. How far can you go with your social?
My social is a 5.
5? Okay. So no need for any minor consequences like I don't want to talk to this woman or anything like that. So
yeah.
Okay. So heads are hot, but everything's kind of cooled down. Volus is done checking all the rims to see if he won anything.
Anna's still munching on her donut.
Yes.
Is it stale? Please let it be
No,
stale.
it's pre-licked.
And Faye moves out of like a fighting stance into a regular stance and apologizes and says, "This is not a place of violence. And we do not wish to see any more violence here than has already been brought.
We should probably try to find the others.
I agree, he says. Where do you
I
think
remember what happened here last year?
everyone is?
Yeah.
What?
I killed a damn near omnipotent dragon. So let's be clear about this, Faye.
Right over there.
Thin ice.
Yes.
What does he have on you?
Oh,
Who?
Jack, shut
Rocco.
up.
Rocco, we do not know where he is yet. I have just been organizing this place, and my friend has been dealing with the fallout of whatever happened with us. That god being released, I believe, has caused some chaos here.
What did he have on you to make you help him?
He said that Jackie was not okay and needed to leave. I trusted him that this wasn't some other game. And I was under the impression that Rocco meant good for us. I did not know him as Lin Shu did. I had no idea his machinations, nor have I been able to contact Jackie to find out what Rocco has on him.
He seems sincere, yeah?
He has not answered his phone. Roll a empathy to know if he's sincere.
I am not really an empathetic person, so that is a -1.
Ooh.
It's really hard to tell if Faye is lying to you. He comes off as extremely genuine, though.
Well, Faye is a good guy like that.
For now, we'll leave it at this.
So how are we going to find the others?
Faye's just like, I do not know how I will be finding anyone for the time being. Have you not been listening to the news? It seems to me that people are very, very much in trouble right now.
People are dying, and that's not going to end, at least not until we're done.
Yeah. Like, the sun is out, the birds are chirping, but the radio sounds like the apocalypse is happening.
Maybe I should just be going and helping.
Mm.
You don't have enough feathers
What do you mean?
to do what to help enough people. You'll kill yourself trying.
Lynn walks over and turns off the radio. Not Lynn, Faye. Faye walks over and turns off the radio. And he shakes his head and goes, enough of that.
We need to know what's going on in the world, because I have a feeling this god isn't what caused it, but he's taken advantage of it. I had no information. I just have a feeling
There's
For
problems.
everyone.
that this whole god thing isn't a cause, but a side effect of what's going on in the world.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Of course.
Rocco, Karen is with Rocco, isn't she?
We don't know.
Or from okay.
Like,
They're
emotionally,
definitely
she's
on the same side.
Yeah, they seem to be on the same side.
Fuck. Because she was
We know where
Cajone's
Rocco
avatar,
lives.
wasn't she?
Yeah, she was very much his mouthpiece, speaking or translating for him.
Well, we know where Rocco lives, so we could
Let's go kick down the door.
go talk to him.
Yes, let's go kick down the door.
We can
Wait.
always talk to him.
I think if we're gonna go knock on his door, we should probably go in force, because he knows that we don't like him right now. We should probably find out where Neri is.
I was thinking we're missing somebody.
The
How do
monastery will
you
have all my
intend to-
information.
How do you intend to contact her? Says Faye. She has
Uh,
got to know body and made a wish to get her body back. Do any of us know her personally? Did she not? He turns to Leo and Alfred and goes, was she not the girl who was fixing the statue? As he says to Alfred.
I do,
That's you.
I'm thinking. That's why I'm looking up. Jesus Christ, man.
Did you
I have a camera.
Did you get her contact?
I do have her contact, don't I? Yeah. I think I'll give her a call. Give me
We
a
may
second.
and he kind of thinks about it. He goes, "It was a while ago, but if she is the girl I think she is, we may have an invoice from her."
Well, let's find the invoice. Or I could just call her on my cell phone.
Yes, you do that. I will look for the invoice.
Okay,
Anna brushes some glaze off of her journal as she's writing.
Faye goes off into his office. He does not turn the radio back on. He's done hearing bad news.
I am going to call. I'm going to call Neria. There we go. Yes.
You, in your phone, have a phone number, and it's what is she listed as in your phone?
Statue lady.
Statue lady.
Look, all I say is Neria, and I don't know her, and I just go statue lady.
You did follow her home once because you were suspicious of her, so you do kind of know where she lives.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not going to use that. That's just creepy.
Stalker.
I mean, just because my guy stalks a bunch of people doesn't mean I'm going to use it as my superpower all the time.
When you call her phone, nothing rings. It's straight to message.
Fine, I'm going to go stalk her.
Phone lines might be down.
Yeah, take a fate point because you totally say that out loud.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Her phone may also be dead.
No, it's okay. We'll stalk her. It's fine. Not the first time, won't be the last time. And I sigh.
Lovely.
Say what? Alfred, are there things that you should maybe be telling me right now?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of these statements.
Nothing he needs to tell you right now.
Awkward turtle swimming away.
If you get new blackout curtains, he may tell you a thing or two. But until then, he's going to keep his mouth shut.
Yes.
I'm thinking I am kind of happy that I don't have an actual house to live in.
Are
Yeah.
you kidding?
It's
Well,
fine. It's a long
Makes it that much
story.
easier.
How are we planning to get there then?
Well, I can drive.
You
There's a
hear
car right there.
the vehicle.
Like a goofy vampire fighting you for the steering wheel.
I mean, we got JP's car right there. Just because he's in the trunk doesn't mean I can't get it to start.
Volus, it's about that time your phone rings.
Ooh,
Is it Kevin? It's Kevin. Please let it be Kevin.
why would Kevin be calling me?
Who cares? I love Kevin. Kevin's the best. I miss Kevin.
Hold on.
We
I can
had
hear
a
my
whole
phone
season.
ringing.
You pull out your phone and it says undisclosed.
Ooh.
Hello?
It's somewhat it's
It's Bob.
Bob just got back.
Wow, he's super late.
Well, we'll get to that in a second, Brandon. Hey, Bob, what's happening?
I am beat.
Oh yeah.
Camera.
Hey,
Sure, her
Bob.
hands hurt.
Ah, there it is.
Called it.
Well, that just was 100% accurate. So,
Called it.
you answer the phone and goes, "Hey, is this Volus?
Yes.
Hey, it's Joe. We got some shit going down, man. Where you been?"
Sleeping. I slept in.
"Yeah, well, the fucking world's upside down, bro. I need you to come to the chateau and fucking bring your people. Fucking White Court's gone insane. Fucking all these crazy Red Court vampires are dead. And like
what?
half the fucking government in Ottawa was Red Court. Nobody even knew."
Wait, what?
Wait, hold up. What do you mean the White Court's gone crazy? Bob controls the White Court.
What do you mean
Yeah,
the red
well,
coat?
he's been missing for the past night. You gotta understand, this shit is off the rails, man. Just get to the chateau. I'm there at the bar. My son's at the front. He'll bring you in. And then your phone goes dead. It just hangs up.
So we have news.
Okay.
Is it good news?
Good news.
Depending on how you look at it, no.
Oh.
What
In
do you
any
mean, no?
way, shape, or form, no.
Oh.
That was Joe. He says hi.
Who is Joe?
Big Joe Muffera.
I don't know who that is.
He's an
I
old
like
friend.
Joe. How's Big Joe been?
Freaking out.
Oh, about what?
Apparently the Red Court is dead.
Okay. You guys gotta tell me. Okay, because what's the Red Court?
Red
Like
Court
Leonard
vampires.
actually doesn't know.
Red Court vampires. He didn't say that a Red Court vampire is dead. He said the Red Court vampires are dead. I'm not exactly sure what he means by that, but he's freaking the fuck out, and apparently the White Court is going nuts.
Well, maybe we should call JP, and I bang the freaking trunk, saying, "JP, wake the fuck up! You're
in the
your
trunk.
guys are
Jack
going
is doing
nuts."
Jack is doing his damnedest to look inconspicuous, like he's just hearing this for the first time.
So Joe wants us at the Chateau Laurier yesterday.
I don't think I can do that, but we can go now.
Because I've been there before.
It's about that time that Faye walks over, and he's got a piece of paper, and he turns to you guys and goes, I have her address. If we need to go find her, maybe she is at her house. At least this tells us who we're looking for if we go to the hospitals. She should be awake if the god granted her wish.
I think we should split up.
I think it's fake. This can't be real.
I'll take 2 people with me to go see Joe. The rest of you go get Neria.
Okay, we'll do.
We need to find Jackie and see what Rocco has on him.
Well, the Dreamwalker knows him.
We also need to find out if Ansel is our enemy or not. It would be very bad if Ansel was our enemy.
Actually, Volus, from what I heard, you might be our enemy, give or take.
Excuse you?
Rocco's got open dealings with Vaterum.
Congratulations. I don't know everyone that Vaterog talks to. I've been with you guys the whole time.
Yeah, but you're his employee.
And at this point, I want to kill Ansel just as much as anybody.
Take a fate point.
I'll maim the shit out of Rocco. You can kill him.
Good.
Oh, no.
Why do we always have to be doing the killing all the time?
It's about that time that the trunk opens up.
Jack,
and
why are you so
character
angry
JP sits up.
lately?
No.
What is it with you?
We'll kill him. After a long confession.
It's a very hard process to not be angry.
Hold on.
Are you like the Incredible Hulk? Are you just at that level where you're always angry? Is that what's going on with you lately there, buds?
Do you have an icy queen up your ass, how you say?
Okay.
Are you losing your mind? Beyond?
The trunk opens.
If you play the Zelda thing one more time, Brandon, I will just beat your ass.
So yeah.
And JP jumps out.
Oh, mon ami, it is so soft. It is so electronic. It is so much memory.
It is at that moment that you hear, bring.
Hello, Kevin, is that you?
Hey, where the fuck are you? JP, you've been ignoring me all fucking night. Shit's gone crazy. The Red Court fucking all died in town, and half the fucking government turned out to be vampires. I need you to get to the chateau and get your fucking friends there. This is Joe, by the way. Where the fuck are you?
Whites.
You mean his
Joe
whites?
Yeah, his whites.
Big Joe Muffra, the guy who runs the chateau.
Yeah. With Joe yelling at him, he'll definitely bring his browns.
Yeah.
Oh, mon ami. This is how you say news to me. I was having how you say a nightmare with my friends.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Just come to the chateau.
Oui, I will gather my friends. And do we need weapons and or money?
Yeah, bring weapons. Get that Chinese fella to come. He's got that sword.
Oh yeah. He is very good at chop. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Seriously,
Oh,
Joe
hold on.
Mothra doesn't know my name yet. I'm the
Jack,
Chinese
you-
guy.
No, Jack
That
can't
Chinese
drive
fella.
because he's a wizard.
He's a very old wizard.
Okay. Either JP or Alfred should take the car and Anna and go to Neria. And then the other one and Jack come with me to see Joe.
I don't know. I was thinking of going to pick up the Dreamwalker since she knows where the.
But Alfred and JP are the only ones who know how to drive the car.
Yeah.
I have driving.
Who do you want to
And
go
I
with?
can take us to the chateau with the axe.
I will take Alfred and the
Volus?
Viking.
So yeah, JP wants Volus and Alfred to go with him to Joe's.
Okay.
Guess it probably wouldn't be the greatest idea for me to just fly, eh?
Probably not. There's
Well-
already enough people talking about the possibility of this being the apocalypse. Watching a fiery bird fly across the city of Ottawa probably isn't going to make that any better.
It might. Who knows?
Theoretically.
Listen, give me the address. We take a cab.
Come on, Bolus.
my
What's
character has
just
a
a
level of
little bit more chaos?
Just
What
got a
was that
point
again?
there, buds.
There's going to be more before there is less.
So I'll take the bird.
Fair
We'll
point.
go pick up the Dreamwalker.
Excuse me.
All right.
Listen,
So, Faye gives you the invoice with the address for her house, and he says there is a good chance if she is awake, she will go home.
Just
so
think,
we'll
Jack,
go check there.
if you go into a
I am
place
not
that's
a fucking bird.
you'll die first and you'll know that it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roll this,
Giant canary.
and Jack, please roll.
What am I rolling?
Just straight roll.
Oh, 3.
You got a 3. You got a 0. So Jack and Anna, you are walking or getting a cab.
I get a cab. It's a bit distance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not that far. So you get a cab, and within about 10 minutes of driving, things seem to be like calming down. Like the roads aren't as intense about 10, 11 o'clock. Although a couple of ambulances do go by. And you get around the corner to Meadowlands where Amanda's character Neria lives. And when you get there, you can see her and Daniel. She's kind of leaning on Daniel, talking to a very svelte-looking man with a breastplate, blonde hair, blue eyes, with a rapier at his side.
It's not
And-
normal, is it?
I need you to roll a presence, Jack.
Better not fix his gaze on me.
It's not actually
Very
good.
unusual
That's,
clothing.
2, 3, 4, 5.
5. It is more than just overwhelming seeing Fix standing on her yard. You are feeling very much compelled to either jump out and start fighting this guy and kill him on the spot, or possibly
it should have come with me.
It is everything, and you are being compelled to leave. There's one fate point on the table to say we're not stopping, we're going.
I think we should kill.
Because
this
you
motherfucker.
see,
Have I already left?
you're not there with them. It's
No.
just Anna and
Okay.
Jack pulling up to
Sorry.
Neria's house, and Fix the summer night is standing right there talking to Neria.
Yeah, he broke into my house and was living there while I was gone.
You summer night.
Okay, yeah, because Fix stays in the story.
Yeah, Fix the summer night.
Sleeping in her bed, letting her food rot,
Mhm.
letting her pipes burst.
Letting her pipes burst.
Yeah, he was not fit her house.
You know what? This isn't his time of year, and I'm here on a mission.
Mhm.
He can get fucked.
Well, you lose a fate point.
I'll lose the fate point.
In her room, though all she did grab was the alarm clock.
Which he still hasn't seen because it's still behind my back, and I'm still ready to use it as a club.
So
So,
alarm clock that motherfucker.
so Anna, you can see that Jack is
Wolfen time.
visibly upset at that man standing there as the cabbie pulls over and he goes, All right, buds. It'll be $22. You can hand that over if you like.
I'll look over to Anna. You're up.
What do you do?
Up for what?
Pay.
The cabbie's like holding out his hand for money, and Neria, you see a yellow cab pull up, and Jack and Anna are in it talking with the cabbie. Fix kind of looks over at you, the two of you, just kind of like shrugging off. He's like, "Friends of yours?"
Yes, actually.
Jack, I do not carry money. What need for it do I have for money?
I do carry some coins.
Roll both of you roll a resources for me.
Where's my
resources?
Oh, I still have that +2, so 4.
Oh, I got that +2 too.
So that +2 is spent then, Jack.
Okay.
And you have more than enough money actually on you in Canadian to tip him. And you got a couple American dollar bills on you while you're going through your pockets. So you have more than enough money to pay him.
I pay the dude and get out and just get out with those, like, not letting my eyes leave who I know is the obvious threat.
You can hear in the back of your head the chanting of the agreement you made with the Winter Lady. It's overwhelming. I will not suffer summer.
Mm-hmm.
Anna's just gonna get right in front of him, like right in his face. She's like, "Why are you acting so weird?"
Than usual.
You feel the staff in your hand growing colder.
Yeah. It's just one of those things as I'm like, how about this? How about you go over there and chat and ask him politely to leave if you want this to not end in a fight?
Okay. Just stay here and don't flip your lid like you normally do.
There's an aspect now which is cold shoulder. And right now with the presence, Anna, it's you feel you would have like a +2 to any interaction you now have with Vix, knowing that Jax looks like he's about to explode. You have a very seriousness to any presence roll you're going to roll. So okay. You have a +2 plus there's cold shoulder if you want to use it. She
is going to hurry over.
Mm-hmm.
And just be, excuse me, mister, with the weird sword and the armor. I need you to leave because he doesn't really want you here.
I've been getting that a lot today. And he looks over to Daniel, and Daniel's like, dude, I've told you to leave how many times? Neria, you see Anna walk over. And Daniel...
Jack is very angry right now, so please.
Look back and that Jack and say, Jack, just stay frosty.
So, do you want to do anything, Neria, with this coming up? Them there?
Essentially, she's going to look at Vix and say, look, I'm sorry. I need to go talk with my friends. We've got some stuff to figure out. Hopefully, it'll fix whatever the heck is going on. If you still need to talk to me later, come by at some point in time while I'm home. Please stop breaking into my house.
Yeah, just say my name and I'll come right around. And he kind
of... I'm very sorry about this.
He nods, he gives a polite bow, and he very casually, very light-footed start walking away. He walks into the sun, his hair glistening beautifully in the sunlight, but he heads towards the street, and he locks eyes with you, Jack. And there's like a moment where he kind of smiles and like kind of looks at your staff and then keeps going.
It was a very, very pretty person.
Affiliated with one of the Fays.
It's always the pretty ones who think they can get away with whatever the fuck they want. That guy has been giving me attitude since I found him in the house. He was sitting on the couch like he owned the place.
Okay, I thought I'm going to go lead Jack over before he tries to jump on the pretty man.
Thanks, Anna.
He looks over at Jack and he's just like, dude, it's gonna be okay. I got rid of him for you.
Now,
She'll literally go over.
Fix is out of sight now. Yes.
Yeah.
Once Fix is gone, his vision turns back, and the second he sees Daniel, it's that look of, "You should be dead." I think I'm gonna fix that.
And then suddenly Annis actually recognizes Daniel, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so glad you're okay."
Unkillable.
It doesn't help the fact that it's kind of propping me up right now, huh?
Yeah. He's like, turns out the wish worked. She's alive. And guys, it's been pure chaos. I can't express it enough. What happened with you guys? You the same as Neria here? Were you just like 3 more days in the dream or what?
We were in there for a little while. Anna, you look terrible. Let me help you.
Thank you.
She's going to try and speed Anna's Neria's recovery.
Darling, it's wonderful to see you. You look like shit.
Meanwhile, we'll cut from that scene, and we'll have JP, Volus, and Alfred in the car heading towards the Chateau Laurier. Anything you want to do before you get there?
No, we're flooring it, aren't we?
Okay. Who wants to do a drive check? Leo, you want to do a drive check?
Yeah, I can do drive check.
I am my driver.
Both of you give me a drive check.
So I get +2 on this.
5.
Nice.
So I got 4.
Yeah, so 4 and 5. Between the two of you, you dodge everything. You use Kevin to kind of look up what's going on in the city and the routes that are being blocked off by police and shit. With
So he's my magical GPS.
Yeah, and Leo, you help as well. You're driving while he's kind of checking what the fuck's been going on all night, checking his messages with Kevin. So you make it to the Chateau Laurier downtown, and when you get there, Joe's son, Joseph, another Joseph, is there, and he sees you guys and he waves you guys in, and he goes, Dad's pretty upset. We're at like DEFCON 1 right now.
Oh, I'm glad I brought my steak knife. Show me to the boss and we'll see what is going on.
Yes. So he's a tall guy as well, just like Big Joe. He opens the door. His head almost drags on the ceiling. He's quite tall. Like he's like 6'9", like almost 2 meters tall. And he brings you towards the bar, towards the chateau where you look over the river. And you can just see Joe's there, and there's a couple of fairies, couple of elves, and Joe's just like on the phone talking to people, and like there's a couple of like your white court people that are there, and they're just like, oh, thank God you're alive. We thought you were dead. Where the fuck have you been?
I got sucked into a nightmare with a bunch of other people against my will. It was disconcerting.
Yeah. The priest that runs the St. Bridget's, he's there as well. He's like, listen, we've got a bunch of stuff organized. We've got a bunch of people out in the streets. Your parents, they called earlier. They want to know what you're doing right now to secure the powers in Ottawa. Because with everything that's going on in the Red Court, like just dying, they all just like fell over dead.
Okay, I want you to liquefy all our stocks and to buy everything. Sell all their stocks, sell all our stats, and call Monarch and every single goon we can get a hold of. What is left? This is kind of late in the game, and call me back with the specifics of what you can secure. I need to go kill things.
He says to you, we've been calling Monarch. They're like overloaded right now.
Yeah,
like they're not even answering.
Yeah, that makes sense. I go from the bottom goons.
Wait.
Bring up some Hell Angels, hired guns, bulletproof vests, ex-cons, ex-army.
JP.
Yeah.
JP, are you sure you want to sell everything?
Yeah, we have so much stock and everything. It is fine. We need to get assets and brick and mortar. I do not need IBM.
You don't need IBM
It's just
talk.
hiding my money in places.
Trying to find your character sheet. Okay, so he nods, and we will see what we can get done with that. What do you guys want to do now that you're there with Big Joe?
I want answers.
So is
What the
it,
fuck happened to the
really
Red
Big
Court?
Joe? I just have to know.
Yeah, it's Big Joe Moffer. He's there.
No, but is it really Big Joe? Or are you just calling yourself Big Joe? I have to know these things.
Big Joe Moffer, he's a pretty big guy. He's bearded, wide
That's
jaw.
not what he's asking.
Huh?
That's not what he's asking.
I know. I know he's asking if he has a big cock. I know. Big Joe stands like 7'2". Like, he's a large fella. And he laughs and goes, "Well, right now it's not the size of our cock, it's what we're doing with it that's gonna matter."
So have you some goons lined up to join the great fight?
I've been pulling everyone I can over. The truth.
Is that less than 10 people or more than 10 people?
Well, it depends who you're gathering.
This is going to be a mystery. I'm going to be hiring third-rate goons from all over Canada.
The Jade Court's already bought up almost everybody. Like, realistically, everyone in the area that was available, as soon as the Red Court started dropping, they bought up everyone that wasn't already owned.
Joe, when did that happen?
Happened last night at almost midnight.
So we're 24 hours behind the ball.
Jack, what time was it here when you fell asleep?
I do not know.
I think we're losing Jordan.
Ask that again. Who are you talking to?
Jack or Big Joe.
What time was it here when everyone fell asleep? Because I was in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
When did we get out?
You just woke up 7 a.m.
So yeah, we're a day behind the ball.
Yeah, you're about, so that'd be 7 plus, yeah, so 7, 8 hours behind.
Okay.
How many people do we need, Joe?
I have no idea how big this is. Like, there's a huge power vacuum going on right now.
Yeah, that's not the only problem.
City blocks are for sale. Lawyers are for sale. Judges are for sale.
I was genuinely shocked to find out how many lawyers were Red Court.
Almost, yeah.
Okay.
Why would it shock you that
That's
a
like
lawyer is
I addressed.
Joe, do you know why that happened? Like, what was the situation?
Listen, I've got friends in England who are wizards, and I'm going to be heading that way pretty soon. There's pure chaos.
Because this group of ours just slept for 8 hours, but we were stuck in a dream world where we were being tortured by a god, an ancient native god. And give him the brief rundown of what we went through.
That's pretty intense, all considering everybody here was having nightmares really bad last night.
I've had this feeling that since waking up and seeing the world the way it is, that there's some connection to how we got to where we are. And if the Red Court's all fucked like it seems to be, I have a feeling that somehow allowed this god to do what he did to us, and now he's out.
Yeah, we did not set him free. He just got out of the cage.
And do you know the name of this god?
The hell was his name again?
Gahone.
Gahone.
It's cojones.
That's Mexican. We serve Mexican here. If there's a new god on the block,
Old god.
yeah, well, new to the scene, old god they're all old gods.
Damn.
But that means Winter's going to be in disarray. Because they're all going to be fighting for their position of power with each other.
You know, we might be able to get more help. At least with him. We could call on the Ogopogo.
Guys, you guys realize we can just call them monastery, right? They are neutral, but they have a lot of power.
True, the Ogopogo is a summer deity, though.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if he's near on power with Gahone. But he's definitely got
summer
some sway.
entity.
It's a lake entity.
He's a summer entity. He's got some sway. He's got some power. So at least we've got that to fight against Gahone. Or at least keep him at bay.
If we get him to the lake.
That depends on what your god's sphere of influence is. If he's a winter god, he's going to be fighting with all the other winter gods.
Summer's not going to like him much either, because Summer doesn't want Winter taking more control.
Summer's going to think Winter's more powerful. Winter's going to be fighting amongst itself for who's the most powerful. This is a shit show, guys.
So maybe we should just go home and take a nap and call each other in the morning? Settle over the dust?
If what you're saying is true, we're about to have a serious shit show.
Power
You
vacuum.
said this is like an Ottawa god, and what, some god under the mountain he's worried about?
Yeah, I don't know what that god under the mountain is, unless it's Christ. In which case, we can probably use some more knights showing up to help. But I have a feeling their hands are busy.
I think I've got an idea of who he's talking about, if it's what I think it is. There was an entombed dwarven king that was entombed here in Ottawa. Long, long time ago by the natives.
Yeah,
Dwarven?
remember we learned this already.
Did I?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
You may have been napping through it.
I might have napped through that.
And if
Possible.
what you're saying is true, I think this death of all these Red Court fractured hell. This is what it sounds like to me, is they fractured hell. Some god opened up and grabbed you guys to set him free completely.
Oops.
Makes sense.
Like all these gods, this is, if I'm gonna take a wild guess, and it sounds like Winter, like, or the Christian god or someone put this guy away a long time ago, and now he's free, which means he's gonna be going to get his people. He's gonna be gathering people.
Okay. So from a strategic standpoint, is it better, like, is he going to be more of an issue than the rest of this shit going on, or is he just another thing to deal with?
My guess is within the next month, things are going to settle back down to normal. Someone's going to move in, whether that's, he points at JP, whether that's JP, whether that's Rocco, whether that's any of the other chuckle fucks in this town going to try and get their thumb on the fucking button, so they're the ones threatening everyone. Something's going to happen.
But those chuckle fucks, as you put it, are known entities, known quantities that we can evaluate and deal with through over time.
Yeah, they are
Right?
scumbags. We can shoot them in the head.
Because they're going to balance things out, because none of them are more powerful than the humans that are all over the place. When things balance, when things quiet down, there might be a different level of people in the supernatural, but they'll still be trying to keep the balance and the humans away, at least for now. Is this guy going to cause us more problems in the long run?
The last thing I want is some retribution from an ancient god on all of the world because he was upset that no one came to save him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should
So our team needs to really look into this situation. Can we get any assistance on that?
I'll put my boy on that. We'll get JP's people. Everyone that can be bought will get bought. And then we'll see if we can establish power here and find out who's getting swayed by this new god. And I guarantee it, somebody's going to start sending their ambassadors to you. There's going to be people showing up. I'm basically one of the few wizards in this fucking town, right? Other than your frosty friend there.
Can we use the chateau as a neutral ground?
It is neutral ground, and yes, absolutely.
Okay.
What would a new god want to facilitate in a place like this?
He's going to find an avatar. He's going to start a church. He's going to start pushing his people, and things are going to happen.
So
There's a vacuum. He's going to be making people into power.
We have to start checking the
Okay,
reserves.
so if you can give us any
God, the
information,
reserves are a good idea.
We need to start checking the reserves. and
Someone's going to rise up
start
in those reserves
listening-
pretty soon.
Start listening for chanting of a new god.
We're going to start looking for someone trying to get into a position of power. If he's a native god, he's going to have a native man or woman, and he's going to try and put him into a position of power. Government, police force, someone's going to be his person.
Okay, so we're gonna have to find some Indians. Yes.
okay, so let's keep this
Joe-
information sharing thing going, because we're going to want to know what's going on.
Well, I'll keep you guys in the know. I'll do what I can
I
on
will
my
talk
side.
to my guys that can get the tobacco and the whiskey for good prices, and if they start hearing about new gods, it will.
I
come to me
need
very
you
quick.
to get a hold of fucking Rocco, because last I heard you were talking with him and making deals, and I don't know where the fuck he is.
He's going to war against us. We have to kill him.
Well, that's just the worst fucking news I've heard all day, and I thought I'd heard it all.
He's working with, Rocco's now working with Gahone.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
He released him from the prison.
Maybe you should have led with that one.
Well, you know, details.
Jesus fucking Christ.
How you say
Well, how about if you find Rocco, you let us know? Because he's not going to come looking for us. Not yet.
Not without the
Guys, this ain't exactly good news you're bringing me.
No, we are. How you say.
I'm not looking for complaints. I'm looking for solutions. This ain't good.
We have solutions. They're sheathed on our hips right now, but they're solutions.
What's that, Amanda?
Let's just say we got solutions. Stab, stab, stab.
Pokey sight in.
All right.
Or in Neria's case, bludgeon, bludgeon, bludgeon.
Yeah, that too.
All right. It's 9:47. It's probably almost 1 o'clock there, guys. What you wanna? How you doing?
Yeah, I think we're about to lose.
Be up for another 3 hours anyways.
So I'm still good.
Be up in 3 hours.
Do we want? Do
My
we want to
body's
call
sleep
it there?
schedule's mess. Sometimes it lets me sleep, sometimes it doesn't, and most of the time it's after 4 a.m. before it lets me fall asleep.
It's brutal. I used to have severe. Like, I'd be up for 24 hours on a regular basis when I was younger.
That's bad.
And then one day I got into moving furniture and it was gone.
Worked out all that energy.
Yeah.
Right? All right.
Yeah, it takes months for me to get my body onto a sleep schedule, and the second I'm sick in any capacity again, it goes completely out of the window and my body throws a hiss fit. So
If I
There's
go to
no
bed
point
at
carrying
5 a.m., I'll wake up at 6 because that's what my schedule says in my brain.
Mhm.
It's like, it's 6.
I'm good to keep going.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going.
Yep.
All right.
We're losing Volus.
But so Brandon, Volis, before we bounce back to Jack and Anna and Neria, your phone rings again.
No. Okay.
You answer it.
Yes.
You hear a voice. Hey, this is Byron. How's it going over there?
Fine. Where the fuck have you been? I tried calling.
Before we go any further, I need confirmation.
God damn it, I knew you were going to do this to me. I knew it.
It's because you smell funny.
I don't have my sheet. Don't be a dick.
New England clam chowder.
Perfect.
The red or the white?
Red or white?
I can never remember that. White?
Hey, Frenchie, say chowder.
Depends on the time of the tide.
All right.
I don't have the sheet. Whatever give him the code.
You give him the code.
I give him the code. I know what the
Okay.
code is.
You're like, whatever the fucking code is, I give it to him. Yeah.
Listen, I just found out the entire red court just got ousted in a night. There's the fucking code.
Roll me a scholarship.
A what?
Scholarship.
Scholarship?
Guess what?
That's just what? 4.
Noise.
That's your total scholarship.
You what?
That's the total.
Yes.
All right. You recite the code to him, and he begins saying, "We got Vandrin on the line. Hold on."
Oh, this should be good.
And about 5 minutes of sitting on the phone goes by. Right? Just
For a man who could deliver presents to every kid in the world in one night, he likes to make people wait.
5 minutes goes by of complete silence on the phone.
What?
then
No
you hear-
snow?
You hear, "Hello.
Sir?
I need an update directly from you." What is
Okay.
going on?
Do you want an update on the world or what I've been doing for the last 8 hours?
We'll start small and go from there.
Okay, because I'm not sure which one is smaller at the moment. I've
Take your
only
time,
been.
son.
I'm sorry.
Take your time, son. Think about what you're gonna say. Explain it to me.
Okay. I was stuck in a dreamscape.
Remember, Volus, to mansplain it.
Slowly.
I was stuck in a dreamscape, pulled in by an ancient native deity with the people I was with in Ottawa last year, along with a few newcomers. That god has now been released on the world, and now I just found out that the entire Red Court has been ousted in one night. I don't know why, but it's fucked. Sir.
I could feel that from where I was. Ansel is also not answering his phone.
Yeah, I'm going to look for Ansel, believe me.
I'm very curious as to what his status is.
His status is turncoat.
I don't believe that completely. Whatever's going on, I need you to find out and set that straight for me. Also,
straight as a blade, sir.
I want you to know that we've made a decision. You can hold on to that axe so long as you're operating for me.
Okay.
There's some higher ups who I had to talk to about this, and I want you to know that I'm trusting you. And there are powers in the East that have agreed to trust you with this as well.
Sir, higher ups than you?
I wouldn't say higher than me. I would just say equal. Friends. People that we're making deals with.
Sir, I do have one question, and it could in fact help greatly with the situation going on.
Feel free.
Are you familiar with Fenrir, the sword?
I am.
Do you know if it's still located in New York?
It is. It's sitting in a antique shop.
Do you know if I could make use of that? If there's anything I could do to offer to the blacksmith, the dwarven blacksmith, and I give him the address to the blacksmith shop.
I'm familiar with that dwarf, and I have a favor or two that he owes to Monarch. I think it would be reasonable if you want it. It's no more powerful than the weapon you're using. It is definitely a nice piece.
I have a distinct impression that it will come in real handy with what I might have to do in the next few hours, in the next few days, next few weeks.
It would be my genuine pleasure to see you with such a tool, such a beautiful piece. I will talk to the dwarf, and I will have that piece brought to you. Meanwhile, do not let any of my sons fall.
Okay.
You are brothers as you are children, and I am very concerned about the influences that have been pushed on my children. Some of them do their jobs, and they do them diligently. Some of them do them because they have been swayed. I do not, in any way, shape, or form, wish to give up on anyone. But when the time comes, should it be needed, you know what you'll have to do. But until that time, my son, I would appreciate if you tried to redeem your brother.
Sir, I heard a story once, and I'm not sure which of us is going to be Cain or Abel in it.
Christian gods have their unique cruelty, and we have our sacrifices. Should there need to be a sacrifice, it will be made.
Understood.
The blood will flow as necessary. But right now, I think there's still a place in our brotherhood.
Sir, do we plan on making any concessions for Kahone?
I know that Octus Tour is sending out its ambassadors and moving its mantles around. I am very concerned for the health and safety of all my soldiers right now. As this power vacuum, a lot of people will be turning against us, and I will be arming my people.
War's coming.
Anything you need will be provided to you.
I'll be in touch.
And the phone goes dead. He does not say goodbye.
I didn't expect him to.
Bye, friendo. We're besties.
Bye, Dad.
What?
Billy just shit on me for that.
For not saying goodbye?
Yeah, he's hanging the phone up.
Yeah.
The conversation's over.
All right. So you get that conversation from Vandron.
Wow. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. Conflicts of interest.
So, I'm still with Joe, right?
You're at Joe. You're there with Alfred and JP, and there's like the bar's shut down. People are making phone calls. There's someone doing magic in the corner, and Joe's got a piece of his ship that he's setting up, and they're pulling the ship like out into the water. He looks like he's trying to like enter the Fae again.
Wow.
Like there's some shit happening right now.
So, Joe, Vanderung is shook.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me none.
It surprises the fuck out of me.
Well, from what you just said, if there's a god set free, it's kind of his domain that he would be wanting to do something about it, don't you think?
True.
What'd he say?
He's arming all of Valhalla.
Yeah, that checks out. Hey, you, with the sword. Alfred,
Yes.
what's your plan?
Well, assuming that there's going to be a major fight, I am planning on calling the monastery, getting our asses in gear, and trying to
Speak
calm.
closer, Alfred.
Yeah, we can hardly hear you.
We can't hear you, buddy.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No.
That's way
There we
better.
go.
Thanks.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Straight.
Yay,
Okay.
we can now.
Okay. So I was going to say, get the monastery together and try and balance out the power, even if we have to hold power that we normally would not.
Do you think we can get monks from other country to fly in?
Yeah, do you think any of your boys want to come over here? The Jade Court has ways from getting to the east to the west now.
So I assume that this isn't like, do we know if the power vacuum is just in Ottawa or throughout the whole world? Because if the Red Court
the
all
world.
died,
So,
Yeah.
then
Oh,
I would
well,
just
some places were were powerhouses of Red Court, and
Yeah.
now they're all gone.
South America had a shit ton of Red
New
Court.
York.
New York, yeah.
So everyone's going to try and get a piece out of that, but that's going to weaken their positions in other places where they're surrounded by everyone else, and so
Yeah.
everyone's going to be.
Like the floodgates are open, people are moving around, shit's happening, and
It's like the end phase of Risk.
yeah,
Uh,
shit is fucking happening. Yeah.
Good call.
like, so my only worry is if I call other people from the monastery,
Mhm.
is that they won't be able to hold power where they are, right? Like I can't drain those guys.
Do you say that to Joe?
Yes, actually, yes, I'll say that. I can't call other people because they'll drain the resources that they need.
What
to
about you?
protect
Where
whatever.
your loyalties lie? Are you gonna disappear?
My loyalties are right here. The monastery is here.
Well, one's
We
better than
will-
nothing.
the one
there's.
with the green destiny.
I'm not the only one that can fight.
He kind of stands up. And when he stands, he's a big guy, but this place he's made for him. Tall ceilings, chandeliers higher than his head, and he's pretty tall. The sun's coming in. You can see the glycerin of the lake and the boat out there. And he says to you, he's like, I got a distinct impression that sword's going to be getting a lot of action real soon.
Sword's used to it.
All right. What? We're going to jump from there back to Neria, Anna, and Jack. What are you guys doing?
Jack not being pleased, but at the same time, why was Summer here?
He broke into my house and has been living here ever since he put me in the hospital and separated me from my body.
It's not my fault. You're jumping in my head.
Hmm.
I just defended myself.
Well, it was an accident, but at the same time, you should probably also do a little research before defending like that, simply because, for all you know, I could have been trying to pass on a warning.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is, when someone breaks into your house, you tell them to fuck right off. As we did.
Yes, but I did also tell them I could have a conversation with them outside rather than, bludgeoning them into unconsciousness and inside.
He shrugs in the douchiest way possible. With his rapport, that would bring him to a 2. Roll presence.
Okay, well, my presence alone is +4, so...
You could screw it.
A -4, so...
5.
5. So he takes a 3 and goes, it is what it is. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, but just only because I've got my body back, but just kind of take this as a warning. At least try to figure out what the person's doing first. And to be fair, it was an accident. I didn't mean to jump into your head.
Also, Warlock, why are you here?
Well, I mean, I kind of was under the impression that Neria, and he points to Neria, would be probably in the Civic if everything we were talking about was true. So I thought, hey, maybe I could go find her, and maybe she's not dead, and maybe I could find out what happened and why I had to relive the trauma of my parents dying in the cold, bitter north. So I went to the Civic, but when I drove there, a bunch of car crashes happened, and the radio started going crazy, and there was a bunch of alerts going on that the fucking apocalypse is happening. So I thought maybe I'd wait with her and see if she woke up, since I woke up from the dream, and she was at the Civic. She was a Jane Doe, and I got her out. You do what you
He
did.
has been a fair amount of help to me since I woke up, to be fair.
So don't kill him.
Please, not yet. If you're going to do that, at least wait. We need each other right now.
He's got some sort of mind-affecting warlock ability.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's freaky.
This is the kind of help we're gonna need. Oh, am I even in this room? Are they in different locations?
They're in different locations.
Ah, never mind. But I mean, this is definitely some.
Maybe we should probably get into a vehicle and start heading to the hotel.
Yeah,
I want to
but
grab my purse and phone first.
I completely forgot what we were doing here. Yeah. They're calling a war council.
Yeah. So Daniel says, oh, what the fuck does summer was here mean to you?
That was the summer night.
And that is a old-timey wizardy night?
Oh, I keep forgetting you're a stupid warlock. Okay, so there are 2 factions.
Okay.
There is summer and there is winter.
No autumn, no spring?
He's forgetting the whole thing about
Sucker
fate.
punching. not even it's like da da and it's like summer on what and just pow.
Give
Jake.
me your fists.
Fists. That is a 4.
Oh yeah, you pop him straight in the
You
nose.
have fists at 4? I thought you were a wizard.
I have fists of 2.
Ah.
Harry Dresden probably has a gun for +3.
Yeah. So anyway, he gets a pop in the nose. He goes, I'm fucking sorry. You see blood dripping down his chin. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Smart ass
Grab-
attitude to
Grab
yourself.
a sample of his blood just in case for later.
Either way, right now there's an imbalance because of the new god.
Okay.
So some are poking their nose around here, especially around someone that I'm recently connecting with.
Mm-hmm.
Bad.
He's holding his face with one hand now, trying to staunch the bleeding.
Here, come here. Come here.
Stay with my girl, bro.
I'm
She'll-
gonna go grab my cell phone and
Yeah.
my purse. I will be back in a minute. I'm gonna walk back in, grab them, and come back out.
Quick question: how much how many points will it take for me to fix both Neria and Fuckwit's nose there?
Yeah.
Neria has a minor consequence of atrophy.
Okay,
You'd
so
have to
I
clear
will.
a minor
Not
consequence.
much at all, yeah.
All right. And fixing his nose is easy peasy.
Same thing. Minor consequence, broken nose.
All right. I'm
So
fixing those.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ah,
Did you keep any of the blood?
you know, I did coke a lot when I was working at the Bell store. I think he caved in my fucking coke nose, dude.
You're
I gave it up.
fine.
I gave
Here.
it up. I gave it up. You know, I looked in the mirror one day, and I thought, geez, you look like a cokehead. Which I guess I kind of sort of was. So, thank you. He turns to you and goes, "Thank you." And it
You're
doesn't really
welcome.
fix the
Now,
glasses, does it? And he puts it
Can
in
we
his pocket.
maybe get into your vehicle and start
Yeah.
moving?
You guys head to the hotel. I'll meet you there shortly.
Sort of squints at Jack.
I've got something I need to handle.
What sort of thing?
Official matters.
I'm staying out of this crap. Good luck.
Your phone is dead as a doornail.
It's fine. I'll plug it in on the way.
All right,
Okay,
I'm gonna
yeah.
actually check out, guys.
Yep, I think that's pretty much a good time.
Yeah.
Jack's off to do a thing, so
Kidoki.
yeah.
All right.
Night, everyone. I'm gonna hit stop. Stop.